Zog zog nob nobs. It's Armstrong here from the miniatures, and we have a first day of October. So to celebrate this great holiday, we're gonna be starting on our Grot tanks. Yeah, so we're gonna just experiment with this one for now. Yeah, and we'll see what we can do out of it. We're gonna get rid of the little nozzle and put something much more orky on it. And yeah, we will definitely figure something out to make it more Grot worthy. Yeah, so let's just get on the, into the garage and start converting this for wow. So, as we know, those tanks have actually screws, and I'm not gonna be doing the orc all the time because if I'm gonna be doing this through the entire Orktober, I'm gonna kill my throat, and I need to speak for my work. So, yep. First of all, let's get rid of the screws and get rid of all of the little wheels and the mechanisms from the inside, because we don't need them anymore. Yeah, so you can see in here there is a wheel, there is another one. Yeah, so I'm gonna be back after I remove this, and I'm gonna disassemble this one as well. So I have this entire structure disassembled, including the turret and everything, and I want to make it a flamethrower Grot tank. So what I have to do is this, and I have to mount this flamethrower on it. Unfortunately, the clippers don't want to encompass the entire thing, which is the problem, but I'm gonna try to do it either way. Oh, this plastic is so brittle. We have this, and hopefully that's gonna roughly work. It's actually not bad. Let's grab a sanding stick and try to get it to one position. Let's see. Yep. It's kind of weird how one wall is thicker than the other one. Oh, it's a problem. Okay. So now I just have to put a plate of plastic card on top of that. Let me just see if I have a little bit over here. Then cut it to size, and it should be fine to keep the rest together. Yep. Okay, where is super glue? There it is. Okay, so I need to leave it to dry, so in the meantime I cannot really do much because I would have to assemble this entire thing together, but we can attach this at least. That's gonna be my extra fuel tank. Let me just move my camera because I'm gonna be going outside all the time. So this is the extra fuel tank. I just took one of those big barrels, just give it a little bit of sanding to get a flatter surface. And I sand this side as well, so it's gonna be actually getting better grip altogether. There we go, a fuel tank attached to the back. Then I got this little bit of sprue, and we're just gonna make it a pipe going into... it actually don't make sense, because it would go into the track or track cover. No, let's leave it as it is. I was overthinking that. Now, we have this scoop in here, which I want to mount somehow. It's actually really well works here. The angle is almost correct. So I'm gonna just cut off these connection points. Here. And here. Get rid of my beard hair. And okay, I see what is going on. And we're gonna just attach it in here, but if I press on it, it's just lifting. Okay. Something like that. Let's just see if that's gonna have a problem with the turret. I don't really want that turret to be moving, but it still have a little bit of a... No, it's not gonna interfere with it in the slightest. So let me just see. If I cut off this, it's gonna be a better. So I'm just cutting off here. Just getting rid of that bar. This is gonna work like Orkish welded something. So let's just give it a sand for a better grip, because all of that plastic is horrible to super glue. There we go. And that's go here. Now let's see if that plastic card is connected correctly. Yes, it seems like it. So let's just give it a trim. I really should start streaming this. There we go. Three, and that side is okay. And now we take the flamer and we're gonna mount it like that. I'm not using a plastic glue on this because these white plastic cards don't particularly like plastic glue. It takes ages to get it glued together. Now we're just gonna take this and toss it inside, and there we go. That's our turret glued together. So let's take the metal part off, put it back on. It's gonna be aiming downwards because that's how it works right now. And there is a screw in here, this one. With my tiny sausage fingers, you know, it's very easy to do stuff like that. Okay, almost there. So we have this. And now there is one screw still sitting inside. There we go. We have new weapon, which is a flamer. We have a plow. We have extra fuel here. I'm gonna put that. It is from like very old, I think, Katachan set, which is gonna put it on the back of the tank as a communication. He's our scout, so he have to have some sort of communication equipment. You know, I think that apparently all of the Grot tanks are supposed to be scout tanks, but yeah. Now I took the little 3D printed window cover that I have. I cut it in half, and we're gonna just add a little bit of armor here. So that one armor plate. Then we're gonna take this one, and we're gonna just toss it on the other side of the tank. It's gonna be pretending to be as a armor slit as well. Just to, you know, do something with this extremely square turret. I know that it's not gonna unsquare it, but still. We have that, and then I have this exhaust that I wanted to mount somewhere. And I'm thinking the orcish thing gonna be put the hot exhaust on top of the fuel tank. That's what I think what Orc would do actually, so let's just try it. We're gonna glue it here to the back and then on top of that fuel tank. There we go. I don't like that gap, it just generated itself. Now, what's more? We can actually use that to hide that gap a little bit. So let's do that. So we have the gap a little less, yeah? Then I have this from Gaslands. I don't really know what it is. I'm just thinking making this as a hatch in the middle in between the dozer blades. Just think that I'm gonna have to cut off one side to make it sit closer to the tank body. There we go. Perfect. And I have this 3D printed bit. It misprinted, so you know, no loss to me, but you know, I like to use them up if they go misprinted. And this one actually broke. It's a vent of some sort. Yeah, we're gonna be doing this as an extra armor for the tank, for the wheels, for the tracks, I mean, not wheels. So let's throw it in here. So that's probably gonna be the contact point, and in here. Okay. And I don't really think that I can do anything else with that piece of plastic. So let's toss it out. Then we have this. Yeah. And you can definitely convert it into a couple of armor plates for our tank. Yeah, so we have a back of this side cover. We're gonna cover as well back of this side with an armor plate. Like this. Yeah, I think so. Then we can use the little bits as well as an extra armor just hanging off. And this is the beauty of the orcs, that you can do random stuff and they still gonna be as orky as they go. There we go. We're gonna go with this bit, just covering the top of the truck in here. Okay. Now, this, I don't have a clue what it is. It is from an old gun. The barrel is missing. Yeah. And I'm just thinking about mounting this somewhere. But the idea is not really 100% realized. We're just gonna put it in here where that seam is, just to know, because it's gonna be smacking everything. Let's just put it in here. It's gonna cover that unsightly seam. There we go. Even orcs don't know what it is. And we have this gibbon. I don't know what it is from. 3D printed. I don't remember if it is a flamer or plasma or whatever kind of body. Yeah, we're just gonna attach it somewhere. Maybe next to the communication radar. There we go. And of course, with orcish tanks, you know, one exhaust, I don't really think that is enough. I have this one in here, and I would probably just stick it, just here. Why not? exhaust gonna be going out of the tracks really, but again, Orkish technology. Okay. And now the most riveting time, we're gonna be putting some way oversized for the Orks rivets, yeah? Using those, what do you call them? No. Charms, whatever. Half globes, that you use for scrapbooking and stuff like that. So, dab of glue, next dab of glue. Come on, flip to the right side. Yeah, I'm gonna be back once I have this done. So I got that all, applied, all of those rivets, and then I just went and blasted it with the black paint and then white dry brush to bring the colors back to where I can actually apply the main color. The one extra thing that I did was just apply metallic to the things that I think should be metallic. Yeah, I didn't think about this thing, but it should be metallic as well. Yeah, now let's just get the main color. So we are playing a Bad Moon, so let's just go with yellow. Yeah, and in this case we are just applying this. This is a contrast paint from Army Painter. Not contrast, speed paint, sorry. They are called speed paints. Yeah. So again, in here, we have this zealot yellow, and we're not gonna be gentle with it. We're gonna apply a lot of it. We wanted to give us all of the shading and all of the work that it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, not just tiny bit. I'm really not sure that this stuff works great on what do you call it, on flat surfaces, yeah, which is a problem. But generally, I like the Army Painter paint range. It is actually the first one because, yeah, I just grabbed it because it was extremely cheap. I got it for like the entire thing was like, I think 40 quids for over 20 paints. So it was a very, very decent price. It was just before the release of the speed paints too. So yeah, sometimes you can get very good deals on quite decent products if they are switching range. And I'm not talking only about the Army Painter in this case, yeah. So it is my third time pouring the paint out. It just shows you, how much of this paint you apply to the model. Especially for this tiny model, how much of this is going on. Oh, my dog now decided to be loud. Suri na kanapę. So yeah, as you can see, the paint is actually doing its job very well. Yeah, it's not really pulling in places that it shouldn't be. Yeah, the only thing I was thinking, maybe leave those untouched, but I changed my mind. I'm just gonna give them a quick brush with the yellow as well. And then, I just have to come back and fix a couple of things after the paint is dry, which is gonna probably take an hour or two because how much of it I did apply. Yeah, but you can see that that those paints really help, painter like me whose skills are uh, suboptimal for this job. Yeah. So we have our yellow tank. Yeah, let's give it a couple of hours to dry, and then I'm gonna be back with some checkerboards, because I think that we're gonna do checkerboard on at least one of those plates to bring the wah to the next level. Yep, there we go. So as you can see, I did paint this, well, yellow. It's supposed to be white, but the issue with reactivation of the speed paints, yeah, that's the effect of it. But still, those I want to build a checker pattern in here, so let's try to do it and not screw it. It's easier to paint the black on top of yellow than the other way around. And of course I have a horrific Games Workshop Citadel color brush. So yeah. And it's easier for me to blame my lack of skills on brushes. Let's be honest, I am not a great painter. Not by any stretch of imagination. But orcs aren't either, so... Oh, like... I think that me and orcs are match made in heaven. Oh, that square is more of a blob shape than square. Oh my goodness, how did I paint the squares so well on the truck? I think that I first penciled them in. That was the trick. And here I'm just jumping in without doing the preliminary work. But yeah, it's not going as tragically as I was expecting it to go. Especially when it is almost 1 o'clock at night. On Orktober, well, it's just 31st of November, and we are just getting into the Orktober, and I want to have this finished for tomorrow, so yay. Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. I never expected it to be. And you can probably hear that I don't hold conversation very well when I'm painting details like that, because yeah, I have one track brain. Well, like I said, surprisingly, this is actually somewhat working. We're gonna do this as the end of that one, then a little bit in here. I can tidy this up with a little bit of black over here. And a little bit over here. Yeah, so we have one side, and then on the other side we're gonna just do 2 lines, so 1 line through the middle, and then we're just gonna put the black squares on both sides. Hopefully I don't gonna touch that other side. So yeah, just roughly straight line, and then roughly squares. They are coming out a little bit rounded. Yeah, the top side gonna be much higher, but whatever. It's mostly gonna be hitting rivets anyway. So yeah, there we go. I just need to throw it on the spin table. Well, I have to do the rivets. I have to just metallic them, but yeah, I can skip that on video. Here we go, the first build of Orktober 2024. Our tiny little lovely Grot tank. I did added some colors to it, you know, like these little green ribbons in here and in here, but it really needed some splash of extra green. Yeah, just to connect it to our wow. Yeah, so if you like this build, you know, and the general, you know, orkiness of everything, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, family, and you know, grandma and your grandpa and everyone else. Yeah, and everyone have a great time and take care. Bye.